Holy moly. I made it just in time for my own little dump right here. Elsa was hiding my shirt in the background. She's trying to sabotage me as usual. But we're back. We're back. And it's a very uneventful day, actually. But there are some very important things going on in the background. Actually, now that I get my chart set up over here, let's make sure that we are ready to make this one roll. I do have one final announcement. And I can't even find it. Hold on. Yes. Can we get the connections? There we go. Beautiful. Yes, indeed. The crypto school goes live today. 9 hours is the first session. The first session we're going to be doing a nice little live stream actually later today. And you can sign up in between now and the next 9 hours, 16 minutes, and 22 seconds. And counting, the link is in the description below. And after that, it's over. It's over for forever. And I can see that we're doing a little bit of buffering in the background here too. Apologies about that. But it is what it is. It has to be what it has to be for today. I'm very late myself. Got some caffeine in the cup right here too, so we're good to go. And I see a lot of familiar faces here. Second Tim 32, or is it second time 2? Oh man, that's a fucking alliteration of all sorts. Michael Gilchrist, good morning to you. Stay Smart, Chaotic Rage, Carbon, Matthew Smead, Durian, Rambutan. A lot of familiar faces here. A lot of old names as well. Good to see you all in this early morning. And Mr. Bear Nutrition, one of our OGs of the moderator squad, and thank you for joining on in. It's going to be a nice little day here as we get prepared for this one. I can see that there is hopefully the stream is going well right now. I can see that there's a little bit of buffering in the background here. Maybe I need to turn some off on this other end, but we can figure that out maybe a little bit later. Let me know if the stream is being, I don't know, just annoying as of right now. Not just my voice, but the actual stream itself. Krown's Crypto Cave. Yes, indeed. Krown's Crypto Cave is back. We're back in action, baby. Hello from Oakland, California. Holy shit, I actually grew up very close to Oakland. I used to root for the Oakland A's and the Oakland Raiders, and I still do, except I just don't watch anymore. But the thing that I'm excited about right now is happening tonight. It happens once every 4 years, and I've waited patiently, so fucking patiently for 4 years now, and it is this. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you are going to be oh so excited, because it is the debates. It's the debates between Trump and Biden. I've been waiting so long for this. I love it. Now, I don't really love politics, but I love just the chaoticness of these sort of debates. I mean, going back to 2016, those first ones with Trump and Hillary were those are just some of the funniest times of my life ever. And then, of course, again in 2020. But 2024, the stakes are even higher and things are getting even crazier. Last night, myself and Elsa, okay, let me tell you what Elsa's big dream is right now while we wait for some more people to join on in. Ask Elsa to do the ring, maybe a little bit later. She's actually doing the pots and pans in the background right now, but you probably can't hear her. But last night, Elsa told me her biggest fantasy is to go to a Trump rally and just watch him speak. It's just hilarious to me. It's actually fucking hilarious. But what we did, because obviously, it's quite encumbersome to go all the way to America for a Trump rally just to see, what it's like in person. And keep in mind, we're not really Trump fans. I mean, we're kind of I think he's funny, but I'm not necessarily a big Trump fan. Although he's probably a better pick than Biden at this point, just in my opinion. But we watched a Trump rally live stream last night, and it is fucking insane. It is fucking crazy. How is this guy who's almost 80, or is he 80? I don't know. He might be 80. He's somewhere around there. He's doing 2 hour, 3 hour long live stream talks. I get tired as fuck after about an hour or two of doing this. He's doing it for 3 hours long almost every other night. It's fucking insane. It's absolutely fucking insane. Anyways, I am going to take this nice little, what is this, calcium pill right here, because I need it. We need some Hawk 2 spit on that thing. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of that. There's going to be a lot of this as well. Oh, there's going to be a lot of this as well. Look what I found last night. I will tell you what I found last night. It is perhaps one of the greatest things of all time. It is this, and I'm just going to present it without any commentary. I want you to watch this. I want you to take this in. I want you to understand what this is in its essence, because it is just a fucking work of art in my opinion. And here we go. Let me make sure that the audio is on over here, as loud as it goes. As loud as it goes.
You are an irreverent feminist or not, it does seem to capture some of the spirit of the age, the end of human beings, the autumn statement, perhaps.
All right, yes.
So have a listen,
Englishman,
and have a good night.
Okay, all right, give it to me. And a 1, and a 2, and 3. All right, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3. They're beautiful, yes, and they, of course, always look like this as well. You want the monkey girls? Here comes the monkey girls. Switch to page 3, my ladies, and show me the abundance. Oh, okay. I thought they turned the page. Now monkey noises. All right, and that's basically how I see altcoins. When people request an altcoin that looks like absolute shit, that's the sound that I envision in the back of my mind, where it's like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. All right, let's get into it, baby. Let's get into it. There really are takers for anything. XP. What? Elsa says someone needs to stop these feminists. Elsa is like the biggest anti-feminist. So strange. They sound like GameStop investors. Actually, probably yes, but I haven't checked the chart in a while, so who knows? It might actually be good. What the fuck are they following? I don't know. They're reading something. Like they have some notes on a page. It's like must start off with like woo, and then like you flip the page and it's like oh. Like, what the fuck, man? Like this is how crazy things have gotten, that people are so disconnected with reality and with like the average person that they look at that as art. This is feminist screaming art. Yes, 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 indeed. Give me more of that. Just absolutely fucking great. They're speaking to Ric Flair. Yeah, it's a mating call. It's the Hodge twins mating call. Me when Bitcoin pumps. That's actually what Elsa said as well. So good, man. So good. I'm just, I'm working on this cup of caffeine over here. I'm waiting for a few more people to join on in as well. I need to make sure that all my charts are in the proper order here as well. Like I said, I was a little bit late to this one just because it's taking my own dump. Timed things improperly today, unfortunately. Actually, while we are here, I should still let you know that there is a sale going on with the code in all capitals, Midsummer 100. You can even get the Krown automation service for free for 1 month. Okay, where's my damn notes? There's my damn notes. Okay, found it. All right, let me just organize everything so that we can make this chat nice and flowy. Let's see. Okay, how do we want to start this one off? Probably over here. That would make the most sense. Yes. Okay, then we follow it up with this, which is right here. Yes. Okay. Where's my favorite chart? It's, oh baby. Oh baby. It's time to make some people very, very mad today. And then what else do we have? Okay. Actually, that's, yeah, this is actually a pretty good flow right here. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Yes. We have that. Let me just write down another note to myself, daily, weekly. Make sure to check in on both of these, because there's things going on both ends of the schedule here. Let's go over here to the right exchange as well. There we go. Beautiful, lovely, looking good, looking better at least. And I think we are almost, yeah, we're almost ready. Just want to give a little bit more time here for people to come in. I do understand that it's probably a pretty quiet time in this market. I mean, again, like it really takes a true crypto or TA nerd to sit through basically 3 to 4 months of, a range. It is a rather large range for sure, a $10,000 range, but it's a range nonetheless. Actually, could we even start off with this chart? This is a pretty simple one right here. Answer is one of these damn questions I keep on getting in fucking Discord as well, which drives me so insane. Let me turn off the sounds in the background here too. Ring, ring, ring. Best wishes for Solana, Bitcoin, 2 hour daily. Yes, we'll get to that a little bit later, Mr. Tom Struct. But you already know the trail. You've been here long enough, my man. Okay, I just need to make sure that streamer mode is turned on over here so we can get rid of these noises in the background and prepare more space for some screaming feminists. I'm talking about you. Yes, I am talking about you. Okay. Thursday. Yeah, we got the right. Actually, how do we want to do this? We want to do it here, here, here. Oh, no. I want to position it like this. Yes, that's going to make a lot more sense. Okay. Now we're looking a little bit better, a little bit more. Just want this to be as logical as possible. And by the way, I should let you know, if I didn't already, there will be another live stream today, not on my channel, however. It'll be for the crypto school, which again, you can find a link to in the description below. It is free with an exchange account. It's over governments dumping. Yes, the governments did it. The governments did it. Indeed. Eric has his own Phoebe buffet. I don't understand that reference, but I'm guessing that's an Elsa reference. And you know what? I agree. I agree. I don't even know what it is, but I agree. And what's up, Nibbo? Good morning to you as well. Wolf Monkey Owls. No, sir, those would be some very happy, very healthy, very mentally stable ladies, actually. Why do they always look like this, by the way? Why? Like, seriously, why? I mean, talk about racial profiling. I mean, first off, they're all white, so that's strike number one. Second off, what's with all the short hairs? I mean, it looks awful. I'm sorry, it looks fucking awful. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, if you're trying to attract men, which they're probably not. I mean, they're a bunch of lesbians most likely. Then go with the long hair. Just trust me on this one. I'm a man. I can assure you, it's gonna get the job done. But holy shit, why do they have to? This one right here. She's really into it. The conductor of this whole fucking... oh, you can't even see this right now. My apologies. Yes, here they are. Here's those lovely ladies. Those absolutely lovely ladies. Just look at that short hair. Look at those blueberries. And this is the one that I'm talking about right here. She is like really, really into it. The conductor. She must have been the mastermind behind this whole script, I guess. I mean, just one moment. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, she knows her lines well. I've been spending many nights practicing this one. Getting a lot more violent right there. I mean, just really into it. But you know, I like the enthusiasm. That's the idea. What's up, Blue Franio? I loved you in what were you in? You were in the Hulk, weren't you? You were like Michael Schwarzenegger's best friend. No, Arnold Schwarzenegger's best friend, right? Lou Franio. Such abundance monkeys. Yeah, we got some good abundance monkeys in here today. Mr. Michael Blast, another OG of this cave. They're calling for the bull moon. The problem is their bull moon call it's scaring the moons away, man. Bro's arms are so hairy. Yes, man, I'm a hairy motherfucker. Like, what's are you new here? Are you new here? It's always a first comment. My new ringtone. I'm never answering my phone again. All right. I'm almost ready. Just working on a few more sips of this. I think that we got just about everything ready on the back end over here. I think Elsa's been accumulating shitcoin requests as well. She's actually been requested to do the ring. Can you do the ring? No, she can't do it today. She's having her own technical difficulties, I suppose. Crypto Sasquatch. That's me, baby. Let's manifest the hawk too. People don't know what a Southern girl sounds like. To me, that's just normal. Like, what the fuck? I don't know where that meme came from, but it's a good one. It's a good one. Debate will affect, actually, I suspect that you will see a price action effect from the debate tonight. Not to mean that it's going to be any sort of like defining factor, but you probably will see, a short-term move based upon that. The reason why I say that is because we are starting to see the politicization of crypto, especially Bitcoin. We're seeing on one end, Trump and I suppose the Republicans, on the right, they're becoming more supportive of crypto. They're trying to become the crypto party, I guess. And then of course on the other side, it's kind of hard to tell. It seems like it does seem like on the moderate left to that they're kind of the same, maybe a little bit more stringent, but certainly on the far left, there seems to be like a lot of resistance towards crypto. But yeah, man. So I suspect that if the debate tonight, if there's like a clear, winner, you're going to see one side of the market probably get played up. This is what I did actually notice in 2016 as well. I didn't notice it as much in 2020, but in 2016, when polls would come out, Trump versus Hillary, when Trump would start to gain a little bit, markets would rally. And when Hillary would be shown to be winning, which was most of the time, the markets would dump, or maybe not necessarily dump, but they would pull back, and it would play off that news. but it wasn't like sustaining moves, obviously. And long term, you know, we do have the foresight, no, the hindsight of knowing, you know, what happened after that, which was once Trump got elected. I mean, Marx just went to the fucking moon and beyond. And again, this, I'm, you know, not making a political statement, but Trump probably would be better for markets. I mean, that is what I saw firsthand in 2016, and I was trading traditional markets at that time still. And it was a pretty obvious effect, actually. Again, not a political statement, but just, you know, that's what reality was. Anyways, thanks, Mr. Krown says, Erez. I don't know what you're thanking me for, but all good, man. Yeah, all the political shitcoins. Yeah, the you know, here's the thing, though. I mean, to be fair, like, the market all kind of moves with each other anyways. But of course, I wouldn't really be expecting, like, shitcoins to be going crazy off of this. Obviously, the stronger ones are probably going to move, but they're going to move with Bitcoin most likely, and that's, you know, that's nothing new. We've seen that all the time, basically. Farhan, what's up, man? Yeah, we'll get to that a little bit later. Actually, that would be perhaps a good video as well. Perhaps I'll save that one. Let me just write that down. I haven't looked at that in a little bit of time. It's been maybe like a couple weeks now, but perhaps there's something new to be looking at there. You know, especially during these times when the market's pretty damn quiet, you have to start looking for other pieces of alternative content, if you want to call it that, which can be helpful certainly, but for the most part, you know, the market is kind of unchanging on a day-by-day basis. Even though things do happen, it's just, you know, nothing significant has really happened in quite some time now, really. I mean, Bitcoin's just been on one massive consolidation. Malakas, I know that's my one Greek word, which I don't even really know what it means, but I know that it's some sort of a semi-insult. What's up, Peter Underwood? Good to see you as well, man. We got some popcorns in the background. Big business leaders doesn't want the chaos of Trump, apparently. I don't know. To me, looking at it from the outside, and keep in mind, I've been living outside of America basically for like 7 straight years now. I mean, I did go there for like three months at one point, but it was very, very short lived. Just from the outside looking in, it looks to me like Trump's actually a clear favorite. When I look at the polls, obviously that doesn't seem to be true. But then again, I mean, it's kind of hard to trust the polls, especially after 2016. 2016 was like was such like a politically defining moment, at least in my experience, because there was almost zero question that Hillary was going to win. It was just like assumed. Every circle that I was in, every sort of person that I talked to, that's what the feeling was. And it wasn't until we actually saw the result of that election where, you know, it was obviously not true. It was very, very shocking to me, actually. When do another video with Jason Pizzino? You know, of course, we're really good friends, and I'm happy to do videos with him whenever. But, you know, we try to put it around the times when the market has more participation. You know, during these times when things are very, very quiet, just not really worth the, you know, the effort. Morning degenerate gamblers. A lot of degen talk here. I think we're getting a lot of the crypto banter crowd nowadays. But fair enough. Welcome to the Krown's Crypto Cave. It's a little bit different here. I will warn you. People still think the president has anything to do with anything strange. I mean, it certainly does. I do think that that's actually a silly statement to make. It certainly does, but they don't have as much power as what people do think as well. Malakas is strong in Tagalog, Philippines. What? Oh, it means strong. It means strong's in the Philippines. Interesting. I actually grew up around a lot of Philippines myself. Anyone else having issues with sending super chats? I don't know. There seems to be a couple of them already, so I don't know. It's probably just YouTube being YouTube. All right, just a couple more sips of this caffeine, and then we'll get right into it. I expect that this is about as many people as we're going to be getting today, which is, you know, it is what it is. 900 people. Holy shit. Holy fuck. More TA fetishism. Tagalong. Tagalong. Okay, I see. My bad. Let's see. What else? What other comments can I pick out over here? Can you close the door, by the way, as well? I like it nice and intimate in here before these streams. Do you shampoo your arms? Yeah, actually I do, of course. I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm dirty all over, especially after training. Like, you have no idea how much I sweat. I think I must have some sort of like disorder or something, because after I go for like a boxing training session or even just, you know, doing any amount of cardio, I am just literally a puddle of sweat. It's actually very embarrassing at the gym, because if I sit down after after I do any amount of cardio, like for 20-30 minutes, if I sit down on like a machine or whatever, I leave puddles of water behind me. It's fucking insane. But we're here in Finland, so no one says anything ever, so I don't really have to worry about people getting mad at me. It just is what it is. It's the juice, bro. WEF wants Biden. I don't know. I don't think it really matters what they want, to be honest, as well. Seems to me like the WF is a lot of a boogeyman at this point. Similar, on the other side as well. I have hyperhidrosis. I don't know if I like actually have it, but yeah, when I start sweating, I start fucking sweating. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. My sweat is my defense in basketball. It does work depending upon how nasty it can smell. How's the food in Finland, says Jamie Koiman. I think it's actually great. It's like if you go to a restaurant, not great, nothing special there. But just on the day-to-day like grocery store food, I think it's some of the best in the world. It's just the quality is so high because they have like really, really stringent health standards here. They don't like let you they don't let you do like anything. Like I'm sure when the cows before they're about to be slaughtered, like they're given like nice petting sessions and everything, and they're told that everything's gonna be all right, because the food here it really does taste a lot differently. I can tell you straight up as an American who used to really make a healthy, conscious effort to eat in that direction, like going to Whole Foods and getting the organic shit. It's not the fucking same. It's really not the same. The like blueberries are supposed to taste like sour, if you didn't know. They really are. In fact, all berries kind of are. But nowadays, not even close.
Hey, sir.
What?
Someone says you gotta wipe your sweat off the equipment when you're done.
I'm not doing that. Sounds like a bunch of bullshit. All right, we're almost there. Can we see you oiled up? I'm starting my OnlyFans nowadays too, and you can subscribe in the link below. All right, we're just about there. Balls of fish, yes, my balls of fish are very strong. This is Sparta, baby. Kick them out, get rid of them, boys. Don't know who it is, but just get rid of them. They don't let you finish. I see what you did there, sir. Greek food. I do love Greek food, but I haven't really had like the supermarket food there, but I'm sure it's probably good as well. All right, cool. I think we're just about ready. Okay, we start off over here. No, do we start off over here or over here? Let's see. Yeah, okay. We'll run it that way. I think that's gonna be, yeah, that should be pretty good. Okay, cool. All right. Let me just turn this down over here. Okay. All right. Oh, and how do I want to position this video? Okay. Bitcoin hanging on to the $60,000 level with just by a thread. And the question of the day is the bounce over? Is the bounce dead, or is it just about to begin? And before we get into this one, I do want to once again let you know in the background here, you have 9 hours, no, less than 9 hours left now, 8 hours and 54 minutes before the first crypto school, I guess, live stream or sign up ends, which you can find a link to in the description below. Probably by the time that I do post this video, it will be over, it'll be done. And well, that's it for cohort 1. Anyways, now that we're done with that, and also now that I should probably turn the volume down in the background, let's get into the actual analysis of the day. First things first, I wanted to make this as simplistic as possible, not to mean that that's like a bad thing, but in this case, the 24-hour time frame or the daily time frame for CME here, just using a 5 exponential moving average in the background, I do believe is going to be a pretty damn good sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? A backstop for price action. No. Okay. I'm fucking this up royally right now. I apologize for that. Let me actually restart this one. All right, let's go. Let's actually fuck the crypto school announcement. We'll just go right into this one. Okay. Is the bounce over or just about to begin for Bitcoin is the topic of today. And in this video, we're going to be going over just a pretty simplistic way of kind of defining when this next bounce is likely to occur, or basically as long as we do not see this occur, you can expect Bitcoin to kind of fish a little bit lower in the interim. So right here on the daily time frame for CME, I do believe it's just the most simplistic way of looking at this. We do see that there is, or what I have here is a 5 exponential moving average on this, on this daily time frame. And basically, as long as Bitcoin is below it, you can still look at Bitcoin as likely corrective in the short term. When I say the short term, on like an intraday basis, and we can look at the top side of that 5 exponential moving average as likely beginning getting the top side of our current range, which currently is just under 62,000 bucks on CME. To the downside, basically still the sort of closing low that we did see from Monday. It's going to be the range low. And as long as Bitcoin's between there, it is still a consolidation. You can't really expect anything significant from that area. However, if and when Bitcoin does close above the 5 exponential, we can look at this as a very, very likely, or at this point, it would be a confirmed local low. And at that point, you're going to start to see some divergences play out amongst many other things as well, which is going to be very indicative of a greater bounce to come. And that is still my overall disposition on this, on this current segment of the market cycle, that Bitcoin is more or less consolidating here. It's going to spend more and more time here, regardless of whether super bullish or super bearish. Bitcoin's still more than likely to bounce to the upside from this region, even if it does break down later, even if it is super bearish later, as I would be looking for the next lower high on the daily time frame, which we don't necessarily have just yet. Anyways, right here on the 5-day time frame, we can see that there is some hidden divergences starting to build up from very, very long ago now. We are seeing lower 5-day RSI reads than what we saw even in January of this year, when Bitcoin was trading at 40,000 bucks. So when that local low is confirmed, we probably do see a decent-ish bounce. But for right now, still under pressure, still have to be looking for probably another fishing of the downside of this range before it's all said and done. But it is starting to be in there. We're going to see the daily VMP get some positive curvature probably on tonight's closure, if I had to guess. So I do believe that this bounce is coming, maybe later today it starts, or probably tomorrow. Moving on from there, we can get into some stochastic momentum. We can see that all the higher term timeframes are starting, well, not all of them, but they're starting to get a little bit bifurcated now between the daily and the 2-day time frame versus the other higher term timeframes like 3, 5, and weekly. If we look at CME right here, we can see that the daily stochastic oscillator is turning to the upside for the first time, basically since January actually as well. And it will remain with upside curvature as long as Bitcoin's above 60,000 bucks, which is kind of the bottom side of the current range. Yeah, it's a little bit lower than that, to be fair. But as long as Bitcoin's above there, we're looking at a bounce to the upside from this current short-term range before anything else. Of course, moving on to the 2-day time frame, which just closed last night, or did it close last night? Let me go over here to spot price action. We're going to see this one turn up as well. Yeah, it's actually not tonight. It closed last night, so we'll get another one tomorrow. But if Bitcoin can close above 60,800, we will see that turn up as well. So, if we get those two things happening, I suppose in this case, it would have to be by Friday closure. Very likely we're setting up for a bounce, leading into the end of Friday and probably, going into early next week. So timing this thing. On top of that, if we go over here, we can once again reference everyone's favorite setup, which is extremely aggravating to some people out there, but it is what it is. It's the moon setup. And remember that this particular setup, again, does have a strike rate to close positively from where the open was, just over 61%. So probabilities are in your favor. And the opening price for this one was 64,000, almost 300. So it is more likely to close above that region, or at least test somewhere around that region before this next period ends. And that is going to be exactly when. It is going to be on the, one week from Sunday. So between now and next Sunday, very likely we do see that bounce emerge, which is why I say, probably starts around end of Friday, this Friday, like tomorrow, and then into next week, we do see this bounce emerge. Again, whether you're super bullish or super bearish, I highly doubt we're going to see any sort of major upside target from this hit, like the average winning trade at 14.5%. But hey, it is still technically there, so do be aware of that. But I think Bulas would be pretty damn happy with even a test towards 65 or 66,000 bucks at this point. But we probably see that emerge next week, if I had to guess. Moving on from there, we can go into, of course, the daily statistics. We can see that Thursday, again, more or less a coin flip, as was Wednesday, in terms of whether it's likely to close positively or negatively. In terms of average range here, we do see that Thursday is actually kind of on the lower volatility side compared to most of the other weekdays. For the average returns, for the times that it has been a positive closing Thursday, has been returning about 2%, and in the times that we have seen a negative Thursday, has lost an average of about 1.5%. So again, looking at this in terms of a range to the upside, that would basically put Bitcoin around a retest of yesterday's high, and of course to the downside, that would put Bitcoin just below 60,000 bucks. So still likely the range for today, but we would really expect Bitcoin to continue to close above 60,000 bucks if this is going to hold through. So a test down there, fine, probably even does happen, but ultimately we'd be expecting, a bit of a wick in Bitcoin to close more or less unchanged today, assuming that this bounce does start to begin into, of course, Friday or maybe even starting later tonight. On top of that, I do want to remind myself that over here on the daily HPDRV, we are starting to see volatility contraction after this last move to the downside. So it is really, really starting to look to me that, again, maybe one more test of 60,000 bucks, but after that point, while volatility starts to contract here, we're going to see the median basically as a magnet for price action. Coming in from yesterday to today, my shit has frozen. What's going on here? It looks like my trading view is frozen, but everything else is completely fine. This is very bizarre. So maybe I'll just finish this explanation and then I'll get rid of this window. Nope, it's actually wrecked. It's actually wrecked. Is everything wrecked now? Is everything wrecked?
No.
Okay, apparently my browser is just fucked up right now or something like that. But Elsa tells me that it's still working in the background. Anyways, looking at this right here, Bitcoin very, very likely gonna put in a move towards that median. Right now it's 65,000 bucks. That will move down obviously with these next few closures. So I imagine it probably moves somewhere around 64,000 bucks. And again, that's just gonna be an obvious bounce target, but it looks like my shit is frozen now. So I'm going to stop recording. I think that's enough for that. I should let you know that you can still get 20% off of any one of the services or products in our Teachable store in the links below. Of course, that also means you can get the Krown Quant automation for 1 month for free, and it looks like everything just refreshed in the background. So I think we're okay now, and I can get back to it, but I'll end the video right there, and we'll see you in the next one. All right, nice one. Okay, sweet. Can the devs do something? Yes, exactly. Did it get wrecked the whole time? I'm reading through some of these comments now. Okay, the video didn't get wrecked or anything like that, but it was still going on through. All right, I'm just watching on the background here. It looks like actually it is okay. It's just was weird on my end for a little bit of time there. Whatever. Just a little bit of a hiccup, I guess, from Chrome. All right, cool. Let me get into the comments over here. I have everything ready now. We're going to start off with Mr. Tom Struct. He's looking at Solana versus Bitcoin 2 hour and daily. Okay, let's check it out. Let me get the right chart for this. Yeah, I like looking at these momentum charts for the shit coins. Although Solana not really like a shit coin, I guess. Okay, let's go to Binance. To me, obviously this is a low. This one's very likely going to work a little bit to the north side from here. Let's see where our retracements will be coming in around. Very, very likely it does at least go for the 382 fib here, regardless of whether you're super bullish, super bearish, kind of similar to Bitcoin. I wouldn't even mind a retest of the 50% level right here, somewhere in this pocket. Very, very likely we do see on a bounce. If you are more long-term, which it actually doesn't sound like you are, you're on a daily and a 2 hour time frame. Interesting choice of time frames there. But let's go to a 2 hour time frame. Short term, or very, very short term, I should say. Short term corrective. Making a bit of a range right now. Top side of the range. Whoops. Let me get my thingy out right here. Bottom side of the range. I expect that you're going to get a little bit of this action going on, but any sort of closure back above whatever the hell your Tuesday high is going to lead towards that continuation breakout with those next areas of interest in mind, whatever the hell this line is right here, basically. Until then, short term, probably a bit more sideways. I expect that you're waiting, maybe later tonight for resolution or early tomorrow for resolution here, but corrective on the very, very short term for right now. Anyways, Joey Burton says, Krown's Magical Derp Cave. Brett versus the dollar, please, sirs. All right. I've seen this one a lot. This one's popped out a lot. People seem to really, really like this one. This one is like literally a meme. Like there is no value in this one, but there is interest in it, which I guess is the meme economy. And to be fair, as far as memes go, it has probably one of the better, if not the best charts. We can see a very clear and obvious consolidation that this one's been going through ever since it hit its highs in, June? Yeah, early June. So this one actually rallied and made new highs while most of the market was correcting for June. Anyways, a clear and obvious range kind of forming through here. I don't think that this range is mature enough to break like just yet. I think that you probably get a little bit more of this, but just be on the watch for higher lows above like 13 cents. Probably a long-term good do. Only major real issues if you do see this one below your Tuesday the 18th of June lows, that would be quite concerning for an actual breakdown, but I don't think that's what's happening here. This actually looks, this actually looks, for the history that we do have, like a pretty decent chart. Short term, does it come back down and try for this higher low? Yeah, I do think that very short term it is going to come back down and try for a higher low, but anything above 13 cents is fine. So I just kind of let it do its thing as the market shakes this one off. And I suspect that any sort of bounce on Bitcoin is very likely to lead towards at least a retest of highs on this one, probably even new highs. It's acting relatively strong. So yeah. Farhan says, Bitcoin daily pie cycle, daily please and thanks. All right, let's check it out. Oops. Like I said, I might even want to do its own video on this one. I think I have my pie cycle chart right here. Let's see where it's at. Like I said, I haven't checked this one since the last time I did a video on this, which must have been like weeks ago. Can I what? If you think it's necessary. Okay, so there's actually something very interesting that's happened here. One of the things that we called out last time that we looked at this was all of the rejections, or shouldn't call it rejection, all of the first tests towards this white moving average, the long moving average right here, have always resulted in, at minimum, a retesting of the green moving average. And in one case, the March 2020 Black Swan, it did actually test coast to coast all the way to the red there. But same thing over here. First test reject, comes down to the green, boom, and upwards and onwards. Same thing over here. First test reject, comes back down to the green, and upwards and onwards. And of course, we don't really have too many examples on it other than that. Actually, one more right here as well. And of course, we go to our current iteration. Well, we have that now. Like, we have a test of the a test and rejection of the long moving average, and now it's come all the way down to the green short EMA. So unless if we're going to be witnessing a black swan, the other prior iterations that we do have throughout Bitcoin's history, of which there's only like 3, so it's very limited, I should say, have found their lows at the green moving average. So that actually is rather interesting to me, kind of playing into my overall view that Bitcoin probably does dig in its heels here for a major low. Again, that would kind of play hand in hand with the Bitcoin production cost chart as well. But it's nothing's guaranteed at the end of the day, but these things do start to add up, and for me, that makes my bias towards a major low being put in here. But again, if we're just going off a trend, it does deserve to be said that this is a bearish setup overall. If you're just going off of trend, this is a downtrend, and next bounce, you have to be on lower high watch, and anything below $66,000 is going to be a pretty nasty lower high, likely leading towards continuation. If I was looking at any other chart, or just if I wasn't looking at these other fundamental things, that is exactly what I'd be thinking right here. So if you are super bearish on Bitcoin, again, I don't think Bitcoin breaks down from here. I think it's going to retest the lows here, probably today. Kind of similar to yesterday, and then after that, bounce to likely somewhere within this region right here. And technically speaking, that is where you should be looking for on a lower high and for the next big short, if you will. Anyways, Damian Smith says LUNC versus the dollar. All right, so this is some Luna bullshit from way long ago. I'm guessing Terra Luna Classic. And what do we have here? We have a screaming feminist chart. Actually, what do you know? It's and 1 and 2 and that's what this chart looks like and sounds like, man. Fucking awful. And I'll just let that play while we look at this chart over here. It's bad, man. It's really fucking bad. It's really fucking bad. Look, on any sort of can these bitches shut the fuck up? Sorry. There was a problem there with the filtering mechanism in my brain. I was not supposed to say that out loud publicly. I was supposed to say, why are these lovely ladies who are having a great time on stage right now? They just need to be quiet for a second. Look, when the market rallies, this thing does not rally, and it certainly doesn't hold on to any of its rallies as well. It takes every chance that it can to sell off. That's never a good sign. Is it, is it going to try for another bounce off of this region here? Like whatever, the 71, basically your low from Monday? Probably, but I would just be expecting another lower high there. And again, lower highs, anywhere in this region right here. Anywhere in this region right here on the next bounce is probably where I'm looking for a lower high. And for this one to get, just absolutely wrecked after that again. Hard to expect this thing to do anything sustained to the upside long term. I mean, here's a monthly. This is just this is a macro lower high here on a monthly. I'm looking for this one to make new all-time lows maybe later this year, like close to the end of the year or the first quarter of next year. I do think that probably happens. CryptoZ, appreciate that, man, but feel free to have a message as well. Tron Jeremy says Ondo versus the dollar on the 4-hour and daily. Okay, what could this be? What's going to be going on right here? I'm sure this is a great chart. Actually better. Pretty damn good. Probably better than Brett too. But very, 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 very similar to Brett as well. Entering into a nice sideways consolidation range here. Let's do this out for the daily. And short term, does it come back down and retest the lows? Probably yes. But I would be looking for a bounce off those lows again, and just trading sideways within this range is probably the name of the game here. Give it some time. It's had a pretty impressive run to the upside throughout this whole year of 2024. You're probably going to spend another month at least in July consolidating within this region, but that'd actually be a sign of strength long term if it can do that. I would have major reservations on this one if it does trade below Tuesday's low, Tuesday the 18th that is, and you see a closure below there on a daily time frame. That would be indicative of a longer term breakdown and trend shift. But first things first, I'd give it a chance to put in a higher low here and continue on with the sideways range. Gonna be taking some time, man. Gonna be taking some time, I suspect. As are most things in this market. Again, if you're bullish in this market right now, I do think that the best that you're realistically looking for is just more boringness throughout certainly July and probably even most of August as well. I think that's kind of best case scenario right here. But if you do see that, that's going to be very, very, in my opinion, a bullish setup for September, kind of similar to last year, actually. In fact, people have been throwing on fractals between price action on Bitcoin from last summer to this summer. I've never seen these fractals work in that way, just like copy and pasting price action. But, can it create basically like a 3 to 4 or in this case, it'd be like a 5-month range? Yes, certainly. And that'd be long-term better. Anyways, moving on now. We have Michael Longcar. No, sorry. We have Emad Saad. He's looking at Carrot Daily. Bing bong. All right. Carrot. Bing. Whoops, I spelled it wrong. Carrot coin. I feel like I'm playing Hooked on Phonics, like Hip Hop Anonymous. Another fucking weird one, man. I'm a lot more inclined to say that this one actually does break lower and comes back down to like 59 to 60 cents or so. But it short term, it probably is getting ready for, it's probably closer to a bounce than not. So does it test into this region again before a little bit of a bounce attempt? Probably yes. I'm guessing that this is another meme coin, in which case I don't know how much I trust these tools on meme coins, but I'd be looking for another bounce off this region first. See how high I can get. Anything that fails to get back above whatever this high is here from Thursday. This Thursday, by the way, the 20th. Sorry, that would be last Thursday. I apologize. It's just more of a range play. Anything sideways in here is just continue to range. I expect that's what you're going to get. Of course, breaking down below this low, big problems. You can expect a major massive reversal confirmed. Until then, sideways, I guess, is kind of good. And obviously back above these highs is where things start to look a lot more interesting for a retest of prior all-time highs and maybe even continue with trend. Let's see. We have Michael Longcar now. He's looking at Caspa 4-hour and daily. Okay, Caspa was a very strong one from early on in this cycle. So let's see what's going on right now. Okay, very, very good here. Very, very good. My LARP lines here are certainly not playing out in this case. Very embarrassing right there, but that's why they're LARP lines. But let me just get rid of this for the time being. Let me get rid of that. Okay, get the fuck out of my face. Don't want to be reminded of you. And actually, this is a really, really good sign, in my opinion, for the overall market. When you see the stronger altcoins, the first movers in the cycle from 2023, already basically retesting per all-time highs. Long term, that's good. Short term, is it ready to break out from here? Probably not. Well, I don't know. I look at a weekly. Let's look at a monthly as well. I do think that this thing will probably try for new all-time highs in July. Probably not this month. I mean, this month's almost over here, but I'm very split on whether this one actually tries from this current run or not. But long term, just let the trend be your friend. We see several higher lows here. Low 1, low 2, technically low 3, but I do think that it could still come back down, set in a higher low compared to this higher low, and then go for the actual move. And that probably lines a little bit better with the month of July. I do think that this one tries for new highs, but a really, really good sign here, that some of these stronger 2023 altcoins are basically at all-time highs. So I do think that kind of bodes well for the general market. And I imagine that any sort of Bitcoin bounce, this thing's going to be gaining more pound for pound. I mean, look at it right here. I mean, it is certainly outpacing Bitcoin. So it is relatively strong, which is, again, a very, very good sign. Longer term, 4-hour time frame as you requested. Probably short-term corrected. Probably spends a little bit of time grinding up against this 18-cent region. It doesn't really give me too much right there. Let's see. Incredible says AI tech. Hey, AI tech. Hey, Elsa, can you grab my water bottle, please? It's in the kitchen island. Let's see. All right. When you type in something on TradingView and you get like a bunch of fucking pancake swap and Uniswap options, usually not the best sign. But let's see. We do have some other shitcoin exchanges over here for Solidius AI tech. It's like I think you missed like one marketing term as well. Let's go to KuCoin, I guess. Terrible on the 4-hour. That's just terrible on the daily. Terrible. Give it to me, ladies. Show me how bad it is. All right. I want this one done properly. Here comes the second drop. You did this. Wow. Okay, Jesus, ladies. Shut your fucking pie holes. Crypto Forever 2019 says ARC block. Okay, so the analysis on this, just terrible, just fucking down, just garbage. Garbage AI tech. ARC block, ABT. Okay, ABT, USD. I guess we go to Coinbase for this one. Can't be that bad if it's on Coinbase, but I mean, it's been around since July of 2022. It's mostly gone up. I mean, that's actually kind of a good sign here. I do think that in the short term, it probably will bounce yet again off this region. Bounce and form a range, something like this, man. Come back up. More sideways is more good here. Obviously, closing below your Friday the 14th lows is going to lead to a likely trend shift. Confirmation, you're going to see moves well below $2 at that point. But for right now, give it a chance here to bounce. And obviously back above your 15th of June highs, I'd be looking for this one to retest prior all-time highs. So probably more sideways here for what it is what I'd mostly gather from this. Let's see what the monthly looks like. It's certainly hard with the chart like this because I mean it's just vertical, it's just straight up. But in those cases, I find it's better to just err on the side of caution, which is on the side of trend, and that would also be straight up as well. But so right now, give it a chance to bounce, give it a chance to go some more sideways. If it does break these lows over here, I would be looking like close to 170 ish, somewhere between $1.50 and 170 if that were to happen. But sideways most likely right there. Let's see. All right, what else we got? Mr. Abbott Dynamic Design and Manual. Hello, old friend. What's up, man? Abbott Laboratories, please, if you're still taking requests. Yeah, man. I think that this is very, very strong post content to username ratio, bro. Abbott Laboratories. Okay. All right. Okay. Trades on nicey. Do you work there or something? Why is your name that? You see a lot of people with like shit coins in their usernames, but you don't really see a lot of people with like stock names in their usernames. It doesn't really have that same sort of pull. Interesting one here. It does actually seem to be putting in a higher low right around $100. We are going to see weekly stochastic momentum continue on to the upside above 101.5, which is well above as of right now. Monthly is overall just one massive range, right? But for right now, you know, give it a chance to have a little bit of a short-term rally. I don't think that you're going to be breaking out of the upside of this range just yet, but, you know, maybe pop back up here, fill the gap, come back down, set another higher low, and then, you know, maybe an actual breakout after that. I think this one takes its time though, but long term, you know, it's a very good chart, right? It goes pretty much just straight up, which is what we want, especially in the stock market, when the stock market is mostly straight up as well. But I expect that you're going to continue on with this overall range for a while. And this is a monthly chart. Like, this can take a very long time, you know, easily into 2025. So yeah. All right, moving on from there, we have Dad Rex. It says pro USD on Coinbase. Okay. And daily, weekly. All right, nice. We got everything. We got exchange. We got time frames. We even got the ticker. That's beautiful. So this one's popped back up, retested its all-time high from 2022, and rejected from there. So this one's, you know, it's at least it's not the same as the altcoins that have not retested their 2021 or 2022 all-time high. So it's stronger than those, weaker than the ones that obviously have made new all-time highs, and certainly it's had a very vicious sell-off here after hitting its highs in April, like 70% down. I mean, that is just fucking bunch of fucking monkey bitches over there. Yeah, short term, does it try for a bounce here? Probably yes. I mean, it's pretty much had no real bounce attempt the whole way down. I mean, it's just fucking bad, man. Like, really, really bad here. Does it bounce off this region first? Very likely yes, but have to be on lower high watch here. Lower highs, if it's an aggressive one, somewhere around here. If it's a more, I don't know, lenient one, then probably somewhere around here. But if you do see a rejection in one of these two major regions here, I would be expecting this one to not just retest these lows here, maybe even trend to make new lows. But that's going to likely depend on the strength of the broad market. Like, if Bitcoin pulls on through, this thing will at least hold the range sideways, I suspect. But for right now, you know, it's kind of similar to Bitcoin. You have to be on bounce watch, and then after that, lower high watch as well. And that's where I'd expect lower highs to come in around if this one does end up failing. And after that, probably retest of this like 120-ish region if that does happen. I'm Hallex high. What the fuck, dude? Inhale, Alex Halley high. Inhale. Fuck. Cock. Yes. We'll do some cock inu. Okay. And another great chart. Yes. This is also some ladies who could use some of that. Give it to me. This is their fucking cock call. Jesus Christ. Can you imagine having sex with one of those ladies? Like, it's not happening. What do you mean, what?
How can you say that?
These beautiful women's over here. These are the noises that they make, like, for real. 1, 2, 3. Woo! This is the entry. All right, it's gonna go in 1, 2. Woo! I think she's coming. Anyways, daily time frame and 4-hour time frame. They're into women, bro. Definitely a lesbian. What do you mean they're not attracted to me? Definitely a lesbian. Look, terrible chart. Sells off really aggressively. Even like back down around already. It's February kind of. It's February area. Look, is it likely to bounce off this region, as are most things in this market here? Probably yes. This thing weaker, however, than most in the short term. It might even retest these lows before that bounce attempt and then do something like this, right? Something like that is probably what I'd be looking for. Let's see where our fibs are at. Yeah. Around any one of these major regions, I'd be looking for lower highs. So very likely it does bounce off this region before like a full-on breakdown attempt. I think a retest of lows first before that bounce attempt, and then you get the real market later. You know, just respect the trend here. Respect the trend, and the trend is certainly to the downside, not just on the daily, but also on the weekly as well. I mean, that is like ugly. That's ugly, baby. Ugly, not like these beautiful ladies, but very ugly. Very, very ugly. Anyways, CZ, Popcat Weekly, please. It's Popcat Soul on TradingView. Okay, thank you actually for identifying that, because I would have never figured this thing out. What the fuck? Well, I guess we're gonna have to go to What? Actually, not bad when you plot it versus Solana, I guess. But we, not really going off of much here. We don't really have any real trend going on. And the trend is your friend. And to me, this might even be setting up for a lower high, like right here. I'm guessing this is probably at the 618 fib. Let's see. Actually, pretty much right around there. I would be looking for this one to pull back from here. Do something like this, regardless of whether bullish or bearish. Come back here, and then 35 cents is the real test. Does it bounce from 35 cents or does it die from 35 cents? If it dies, retest these lows here from middle of June, and probably another bounce temp there, but after that fail and break down. Popcat, I have my skepticism whether this one might be legitimate or not. Banana Man says Tesla daily. Last time we looked at Tesla, I think we were looking for a bounce, although long term I'm not a big fan of it. And yeah, we're getting a bounce here, so that's good. And I think that this bounce is going to continue actually a lot more as well. You do have the inverted herp and derp, the inverted cock and balls, confirmed back above 205. At that point, I'd be looking for this one to go on a pretty significant rally, probably closer to like 250. Long term, like long term, it's just one massive range here. I mean, between 300 to the upside versus about 120 to the downside. But I do think that this one continues on to the upside here. You probably do see somewhere around this measured move play out. Let's just see where it might be. Yeah, could actually, might even retest the top side of the range here. I do expect that this one will trade higher into July. As you do have a nice monthly low here, and technically speaking, a higher low as well. So, maybe I do have to let go of my long-term bearishness on this one. This one can very easily retest these $300 highs here. Maybe around end of year, but for right now, bounce continues very, very likely. Let's see. CSPB says Daddy coin. Okay, let's see if this is real. Daddy. Oh my God, it's a real thing. It's an Andrew Tate coin. It's Daddy Tate. Jesus Christ, man, you have to be it takes a true sociopath to be able to convince young men oh my God. Oh my fucking God. Like, Jesus Christ. This guy's a genius. This guy really is a genius, but man. Daddy? Daddy, please! Help me, Daddy! Help me! Help me! They keep on selling on my face, Daddy! I'm fucked, Daddy! Come on, Mr. Tate! Help me out! Woo! Oh my God! It's getting worse! The pitch is increasing! The drops are getting heavier! No! Save me, Daddy! Daddy Tate, I need you now! I need you now! I need you now! Wait, hold on. I think I just found something. I found something in the charts. Ready? Bullish. Andrea says, "Hey, Krown, can you check out Kendu? They say it's the next SHIB." Oh, that's good. Yes. This is all. Say no more. Where can I buy? Wow, it's been around for 2 days, so that's good. I don't have any analysis to do on something like this. It has no history, man. Here's the thing. The things that are super new, like, they do have the most potential to rally. So there is that. I don't have any analysis on something like this, man. I mean, this looks like a low here to me, but this is literally a fucking 4-hour time frame. It's been around for 2 days.
So the neighbors are gonna cut costs.
The neighbors can suck my dick. Werner 420 says MKR USD daily and weekly. All right, let's check it out. Maker coin. Okay, hourly time frame, not bad. Daily time frame, very bad. No, it's not super terrible long term. I mean, it does hold its long term uptrend, so there is that. Short term, does it rally from here? Probably yes. I do think that you've hit a bit of a range low for now, and next move, or this move, is obviously to the upside. you know, probably test somewhere in the middle of this range before anything really, like 2,800, something like that. But, you know, just like most things, I think sideways at best for a while. I think you're going to be doing something like this at best for a while. Obviously, below this week's lows, big problems. You can expect big bad breakdowns, probably back down towards like 1,500 or so. But for right now, give it a chance to consolidate going sideways. Not the best chart in the world, not the worst chart in the world, kind of like par for the course for just a random altcoin. Yeah, I don't have anything to really say about it other than that. Let's see. We have another daddy coin lover. CSPB says, daddy on lower time frames on Poloniex exchange. Chart on TradingView, Andrew Tate's coin. Well, I didn't... It is literally the same one. That's right. And if we go down to the very low time frames, I have to say it is... The trend is to the down. I need that as a fucking GIF immediately. Gorkum Biner says AKT or a cash versus the dollar 8 hour, please. 8 hours is kind of a weird time frame. I want that on everything that I can put it on. All right, so a cash. Again, like pretty good long term. I mean, did retest its 2021 highs, did sell off aggressively from those 2021 highs, but we've seen a lot of things do that today. I'm curious how nasty this downside move has been. Yeah, 62% move almost. So we've seen a lot of these things, you know, a lot of these stronger altcoins have really, really nasty sell-offs. This is actually on the lower side, like 60% versus some of the other ones like 70 to 80%. Anyways, if we go over here to the daily time frame, I know you asked about an 8 hour, but that's just not going to be very, very helpful right now. You know, it's kind of, I guess I charted this one. Yeah, I charted this one this past weekend. I do think that you're going to bounce off this region still, you know, very likely it tries to move towards like $4 or so. Holding side within this range is fine. I just think it's going to take its time. Like you're at best waiting for a while here. At best waiting for a while. At worst, you break below this week's lows. And at that point, you're going to see moves like well below $2 again. But I don't think that's what's happening here. I think that you're setting up for a bounce. Daily momentum back onto the upside. Probably weekly might be. It's not quite there just yet, but we do see a trendline regression coming in from like the last couple major lows, which is like the low and then the higher low before like this humongous move to the upside. So I'd give this one a chance to trade sideways within this range for a while, but like I said, probably not making new all-time highs anytime soon, and I don't think it's going to break down here either. To be honest, daddy on Poloniex, not CoinX. It's all the same shit, man. It's all the same shit, my man. Daddy can't save you from this one. Again, here's Poloniex. Okay, and this is Poloniex, not CoinX. This is Poloniex, not CoinX. It will literally pump this week, but whatever. Don't, whatever. Drinking the Kool-Aid, my man. Someone's got to tell you straight up. You're drinking the Kool-Aid, my man. Yeah, too much soy, man. Too much soy. Michael Longcar says, PP, 15 minute and hourly. Okay. Super short term. All right, well, fair enough. I mean, we can look at short term. If you want to look at short term, that's fine. 15 minute, probably trades to the downside from here. Probably coming back down to whatever the hell this area is. Hourly, same shit. I mean, you just kind of hit a range high right here. Whatever I have this in here from. So I do think short term down, you know, it's already kind of had a chance to try for a bounce off this low from Wednesday. I don't think that holds. I think Bitcoin probably, like I said, probably retests around $60,000. I mean, we're kind of getting pretty damn close to that already. This thing probably, you know, comes back down to this region as well. See where the 50% level would be. Yeah, probably somewhere back down around here. That's exactly at this red circle here. So I'd be looking for a little bit of a bounce temp right there, but short term down. Let's see. Thinking about the name says Arweave, short and long term. Okay, Arweave, symbol AR, Arweave, and short and long term. I'm gonna go with daily and 24. Oh, look, the LARP lines actually doing their job. And similar to the LARP lines, let me actually just kind of adjust this because it's not even relevant for right now. You know, I do think that this one's gonna be setting up for a bounce probably from about here, something like this. It might retest this low again. Completely fine, but I'd be looking for it to bounce from there, something like that, and get rid of this older LARP line here. Something like that. Longer term, weekly, not a humongous fan of it. But yeah, I think it's going to hold here for a little bit of time. Big problems, big problems. If you see this one trade below your April lows, basically, at that point, expect this one to have a big catastrophic fall towards like $13 ish. But for right now, give it a chance to probably retest these lows, bounce, continue on sideways. I think that's really going to be my analysis for most of these things today, is what it really seems to be, which kind of strengthens my own resolve on Bitcoin, because it's kind of the same shit too. It's like retest the lows somewhere around there, probably try for another bounce. And we'll see how this next bounce does. All right. Arnonym says, GM, sir, what do you want?
The candle person says it's an F. You pulled the wrong.
Oh, I looked at the Kendu on the wrong shitcoin. Okay. Okay. You mean like it's this? Okay, sure, fine. Wow, we have literally a day, or no. We have multiple days. We just have this sort of. I don't have any analysis for some that's like this, man. It's like, it's just, you can't even look at a chart. It's not helpful. It's not helpful. Maybe I could try a different one, see if it's any better. This one's a little bit more legible, but actually this one is certainly a lot better. But I don't know what's legitimate here. If I was just looking at this chart, I'd actually be bullish on it. Yes, I'd be very, very, well, maybe not very, very bullish, but I'd be looking at this as nice, healthy consolidation at a high level. Probably going to retest these range highs soon. If I'm just looking at this chart, the other charts, barely any history. But yeah, if Bitcoin shows any threat of a bounce, this thing should retest those highs, maybe even make new highs. One of the better ones that we've seen today. Let's see. Okay. Arnonym says, GM, sir, what's up, man? Theta on the daily. Okay. Theta, USD. Theta token. Okay, we have a breakdown from the prior range. Similar, very, very similar to a lot of the other analyses that you're going to see me do today. Retest this range low here, or somewhere around there in the short term, something like this, and then try for a bounce, probably towards the middle of this range, something like that. That's what I think you have a very high probability of doing on Theta. Long term, is this good? No. Long term, I actually wouldn't be surprised to see this one break down further long term. But again, that's going to be probably based off of the general market. Like if Bitcoin breaks down from $60,000, yeah, you're going to see this thing and everything else most likely just break down. This one probably comes back down to like $1 or below. But for right now, give it a bit of a chance to bounce off this level yet again. Personally speaking, I do think that this bounce is going to lead to another lower high, and you do see this one trade lower longer term. But that's just my personal bias. Thinking about the name, he's looking at PolyX. Okay, PolyX. Short and long term. All right, let's check out what pops up here. Polymesh. Not good on the daily. Already breaking down, and the market Bitcoin hasn't really even broken down. Not a good sign here, where it's already given up these gains. Now, I do like the higher lows on the weekly, so I guess I would give it a chance to put in, try for a higher low somewhere here. But this current breakdown, I don't think is done just yet. I do think it tries a little bit lower, maybe closer to like 23, 24 cents before this next bounce attempt. But just like all the other things, once you have this daily downtrend, you have to be looking for lower highs rather than higher lows. So, let's say it does try a bounce from right here. Even if it bounces to like 35, even 40 cents, I mean, that's still another lower high and longer term bearish. But give it a chance. It is a newer shitcoin, so they can kind of do the unthinkable sometimes, for sure, especially when they're this early in their life. So, give it a chance on that bounce. If it does reclaim those regions, that's very bullish, obviously. But I would have my own skepticism just from that. You're back again, and you're looking at FTM Phantom. All right, let's check out Phantom, another 2021 shitcoin. Let's see how it's done up until now. Come on, show me the damn thing. It's not popping up. Maybe TradingView decided to get rid of it. It's not not popping up right now. This is very strange. Let me see. Is this just a Phantom issue, or yeah, I think this is just a TradingView issue. TradingView having a lot of issues today. A lot of issues today. Let me see. Let me just refresh this page. See what happens. Need to throw some uppercuts. Okay, let's try now. Okay. All right. There we go. We got it. Okay. Let me pop this area up over here as well so you can see the price. Phantom. Yeah, I think we looked at it this past weekend or last week. The LARP lines here is still pretty much my same idea as to what I think's going on. You know, it's longer term. I don't look at this as like a great. I think there's better options probably if you want to play shitcoin roulette. Short term, again, almost the same analysis as everything else. Short term, retest these lows, something like that, or I mean, basically the LARP line's right here, but in the short term, retest. Hey, give me the damn brush. Retest these lows, bounce from those lows. Any bounce that really fails, get back above like 85 cents is just that, a bounce before lower. I think that the trend is really setting into the downside here. I think that that's really, really ugly, especially when, again, Bitcoin has not really like broken down just yet. And this thing is already kind of taken an excuse to try to sell off. So, you know, it's not a good sign of long-term strength. I think, again, best case scenario here is you see the weekly range hold between 120 to the upside versus like 20 cents to the downside. It's a humongous range, you know, not very helpful. But I do expect that you do to this one trade lower after this next bounce. And again, bounce can come easily to like 70 to 80 cents and not really do all that much. Okay, cool. And if you're like very short term, I do think that it retests these lows here before that bounce emerges. CZ is back. He's looking at Trump versus Ethereum. Okay, I know that Elsa would like to buy this coin. All right, second one on the list, Uniswap V2. All right, sure. Sure, man. I know this is a hassle for you, but I'm deep in shitcoin trenches. Thank you. All right. Okay, well, long term here, this one actually does have some history. I don't know if this is really what you're looking at because, well, it was the second one on the list when I typed in that exactly as you asked for. It does hold a long term uptrend. I mean, that actually is better than most things. Short term, does it retest these lows? Probably yes. Does kind of look a little bit weaker here short term, but I don't think you're going to be breaking a new lows just yet. I think you maybe retest these lows and then try for a bounce. Always difficult with things, you know, that are like this, that are literal meme coins, because, you know, they can pump and dump literally out of nowhere. But you know, long term, it's a variation of all the other charts that we've seen today. Just one major range here. Short term, probably retest these lows. Medium term, probably bounces from that. And then the question is, you know, what happens after that? Do we continue on with the long term range? Probably yes. Probably yes. Maybe it makes new highs if Trump does really, really well in tonight's elections, but that's a game that's just very, very difficult to play. You know, the one thing that I like about this is that the long-term trend is to the upside. So I would give it a chance here, and I'd err on the side of leniency for this one just because of that. Anyways, moving on, we have Mike Halio. This looks like a Finnish name actually. Tau. Okay, I don't remember this one actually. Terrible, really bad, like really fucking bad. It only goes down. One's been around since April. Surely there's got to be a more longer term chart than this. I feel like this name has been around for a while, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe KuCoin. It's even worse than what I first thought. It's even worse. Again, retest these lows most likely in the short term. Probably tries for the bounce off these lows, but look, it's a fucking downtrend, man. Just you have to be on lower high watch after that. If it even got to like 365, to me that would be like a big sell. Anywhere between there and 420, like big sells. If it got above 485, okay, maybe it's reversing to be bullish, but that's I wouldn't count on it. This one looks like it just dies every time that's Bitcoin pulls back a little bit. We're looking at GameStop for a CSPB. Okay. GME. All right. I think we're gonna close these damn super chats soon, though. Voice is starting to hurt, and I have another live stream later today. It's what? GME coin. Oh, you want to look at like GameStop, the shitcoin? Jesus, man. Okay. Sure. You know you can buy this on like a legitimate exchange. I'm trying to find. Okay, there we go. Let's go to the daily here. You know, I do think it's going to try to bounce off this region, this 60, whatever the hell this area is, like right here. I do think you are going to try for a bounce right here. Would like to see the bounce pop back up towards like 1.3 cent. Weird chart here. I don't really know what to make of this. I don't know if it trades with GameStop or not, and I haven't even looked at GameStop, but I would be looking for a bounce of this region first before anything else. Probably towards 1.3 to 1.5 cent region. Weekly time frame, not much to go off of here. 4-hour time frame, retest these lows first, and then try for a bounce. What do you want?
He's saying no both. I don't know what it means.
No, what, motherfucker. All right, let's look at GameStop. This is gonna be the real one. Let's see how this one's doing. All right. Yeah. Okay, so we looked at this one last week, I believe it was, and we said, hey, this pump's over, and it is. I still think that it's over. I think at best you kind of hold sideways above like 20 to 21 bucks. Personally speaking, I do think that you're going to break lower than 21 and you're going to see this whole rally erased, but it could spend a lot of time going sideways here, you know, doing like the dead heartbeat and then break down. And I think that that's exactly what it could be. But hey, I'll be wrong on that, and this one will be massively bullish to see it back above like 35 bucks. That's where I'd know if this one actually is for real and it is ready to have like a real rally. So yeah. All right, symbol SEI for astrological ether. Okay, SEI USD. All right, let's see what we got here. Not good. Not fucking good, man. Again, selling off way too aggressively while Bitcoin really has not broken any ranges yet. All right, I ping your message. Where's your message? Oh yeah, we have a Discord, by the way, as well. Super chat's closed. Nice. Okay, good. Yeah, you can find a link to the super chat. To the Discord in the description below. Too many of these damn marketing words. But yeah, description below. Discord, 100% free. You get to meet a lot of crazy motherfuckers, actually. Maybe not a good idea. But if you are of the same mindset, then probably at least a little bit of fun. Look, very likely retest these lows at 33.5 cents. Maybe it tries another bounce from there, but long term, the trend is your fucking friend, man. And he's telling you, don't fuck this up. Like, best case scenario, you get a bounce to like half a buck or like maybe 60 cents if things get really crazy. But this is lower high central all the way through. Don't like it. Short term, retest these lows, maybe try for one more bounce. That's best case scenario. Bounce, best case scenario, might get back to like 60 cents. I'll just be looking for areas to offload or short. Not that this is financial advice, just sharing what I would do if I was trading this absolute piece of garbage, whatever the hell it is. Okay, cool. Andrea says, PP, dead. What? It's Pepe, but Chinese. Okay. Oh, PP. Yes, this one. Okay. And just like most Chinese copies of other technologies, it doesn't seem to be doing as well. Look, not a lot of history here to really be going off of. It has only really been around since the beginning of June. Again, very limited history. I don't have any real call on this or real analysis on this. If I was just looking at this chart, I say, hey, the trend is already setting in, and it can be your friend if you just let it be. And I expect that this one will head lower over time. It's going to be bounces in between. It can bounce a lot percentage-wise, as most shitcoins can, but I wouldn't be holding my breath for that bounce to reverse. So yeah. All right, last one. Abbott Dynamics says, can you share some thoughts on maintaining conviction in your analysis and trading plan, particularly when market dynamics and psychological influences, market and news fill you with doubt? Thank you. Well, it's very simple. Look, these questions almost always have like the answer hidden within them. It's like you say the answer and then you just want me to point it out. And I get it. Like that's, I do the same shit a lot of the time. But you already have the answer for there. How do you maintain conviction when the issue is you're listening to other, outside informations, outside dynamics, outside psychological influences, market news, economic events, all these sort of things. You just ignore that part. If you have an actual system, and I don't know if this is true for you or not. If you have an actual trading system, like you've done the back testing, the statistics, you can, again, this is where something like this, even looking at the fucking moons, you can create a system from that. You're just playing statistics, and deviating anywhere from that is going to obviously invalidate that. So if you're listening to news and then that's psychologically affecting you, well, the obvious solution is to cut out all external influences. And if that means that you don't watch my channel anymore, that's completely fine. Like I would want that for you, because that's the whole point of this at the end of the day. It's not just to like be entertained or anything like that. It's to actually be able to make fucking money if you are like serious about trading. So one, do you have a system? If you have a system, okay, then it's just a matter of getting rid of any sort of external influence. And your system can be as fucking redacted as looking at the moon phases. I mean, when you can derive statistics from it, all you need to do in order for that system to continue to play out is to just fucking play it out, regardless of what the external influences are. That's all that it is. And that's the benefit of using these tools as well here. I mean, that's really what that was really like an enlightening moment for me. It's like, I'm not going back after this. And it's also one of the reasons why we made the Krown automation service free for 1 month. It's just like, look, my true conviction is that if anyone uses these tools and like you're even a little bit serious about trading, you're just gonna be like, there's no way I can go back after this. At least that was my sort of revelation. And I even used to trade using an algorithm, when I was quoting equity options, but it was different than this. It was a little bit different than this. So now that we have these tools, like for me, I don't even, I just create a system and then I just let it do its thing. And what I actually do is I make sure that I don't even have control or access to the controls of the exchange account that it's even trading on, because I don't want myself to get in the way. Like, I just want it to do what it's going to do, even if I completely disagree with it. And I know with almost 99% certainty, or I feel like it's 99% certainty that, that particular trade is going to go south. Sometimes it doesn't, and certainly sometimes I'm wrong. It's just a matter of playing that system out as many times over time. Super chat to pump the algorithm. Appreciate that, Mr. VR Emirate. Must be another Dubai homie over here, which we're actually it's a little bit too hot right now to go back to Dubai, but in the fall we shall be back. But yeah, we already looked at AI tech. It's absolutely terrible. Really, really bad. Dashiel says, I'm glad you've embraced the moons. I think showing the moon setup chart here is just it's a really good test. No, it's a really good study into human psychology, because the way that people react from it is just so interesting. And I have to include myself in that equation as well, because for me, when I think about it, it's like, okay, the moons, yeah, whatever. Sounds like a bunch of bullshit. But if you can show me a setup that does have statistical edge, then is that bullshit? No. I mean, numbers are numbers. And if you accept them, then that's, well, I mean, it should be self-evident. It should be obvious. But yeah, man, it's not that I've embraced it. It's just that I embrace statistics. And if you can show me a clear edge with this, which, that is a clear edge, I'm going to look at that as legitimate. And that's exactly what I have. I have a bot trading this right now. I don't trust the fucking account. It's a very small account, but just to see it in not just on chart, but also in the form of, of actual money, trading in the background. And so it is what it is, man. All right. I think we're probably going to cut it there, fellas. Like I said, we're going to do another live stream a little bit later today, but that's going to be for the crypto school. I think you have another, 6 hours or something to sign up. I'll just bring it up one last time just to see, actually, sorry, 8 hours, whatever, 8 hours, something like that. There's a link in the description below. I think the live stream is actually going to be before that, 8 hours from now. Okay. That would be 6 my time. Definitely not doing it at 6 my time. So that's a bunch of bullshit. I think it's more like 5 hours from now, something like that should be. Anyways, we'll sign off on that note. As always, I want to wish everyone the best. It's been a nice little fun time here on this little live stream with you all during these very, very quiet times. But, it's good community building times. Good community building times as Bitcoin. Probably going to be another range day today. Probably going to be another range day, and for the sake of the boo laws, hopefully the bounce starts today, or I do think at latest tomorrow. But yeah, we'll end things right there. As always, wishing you the best of the best. Elsa's waving in the background because she loves you today, and I will sign off on that note. Take care, much love, and see you hopefully tomorrow.
Write it, code it, name it, tweet it, mine it, stack it, live it, dream it, post it, scan it, charge it, send it, do it, and receive it. Trade it, buy it, sell it, store it, run it, list it, first rename it. Crypto logic. Pump it, hack it, lose it, dump it.
Yes.